Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? So a little geek fest today, and that is how to use Python to generate Ethereum addresses on the Web3. Now, if you Google this stuff, a lot of people make it super complicated. I'm going to make it as simple and clean as possible and direct to the point. So you need a couple things. You need to download Anaconda, which is a Python version, and then you want to install the Jupyter Notebook, and then you want to install the Web3.py library, which connects to the Ethereum blockchain. So it's really not that hard. Download the Anaconda, which is basically your base Python install. Okay? It's about 500 megs. Now, from a security standpoint, how secure is this Ethereum address that is generated by this? I think it's pretty secure. Ultimately, the best way to generate an Ethereum address is always offline, downloading GitHub, stuff. But again, this is just me messing around with Web3, which I think is pretty cool. So I've always wanted to learn Solidity. Just moving into the future, I think it's something in my tool bag that I should have, and this is one of the steps kind of in that direction. So downloaded it for Windows, and I'm just going to take all the standard stuff. I'm not going to select this. Now, I know more advanced installations, they will tell you to use virtual environments, but that's more for an experienced user down the road. I mean, I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. Now, I did notice this package kind of grinds a little bit at the end, but you just have to be patient. All right, that took about 5 or 6 minutes, so be very patient with this installation package. Next, and we're going to not do the tutorial. All right, Anaconda is installed, so next we need to start running Anaconda. So type in Ana, command prompt, hit enter, and this basically pulls up a command line version of Anaconda Python. So Anaconda is just a product name for the package of Python. Now you could install Python by itself, but it may not be as user friendly. So the next step is installing the Jupyter Notebook. The Jupyter Notebook allows you to run code, test code, save code in a nice, friendly environment. And here's where it gets really slick. It uses technology called PIP, which automatically goes out and installs these packages. So you simply paste in PIP, install notebook, hit enter, and magic, it goes out and slurps in the Jupyter Notebook. Next, we're going to install the Web3.py, which is what gives you the magic of connecting to the blockchain. Hit enter. Like I said, this is all very slick, and a lot of people get into too much detail, and the knowledge isn't practical, and it's super confusing. Like I said, I want this to be the most direct way to get to the goods of generating an Ethereum address. Now, why would you want to do this? Maybe you just want a fresh wallet. Maybe you don't trust your metamask. Maybe you just want to experiment, whatever. Maybe you want to generate a bunch of addresses. This makes it very easy to do. All right, that's done. So we can go ahead and minimize that, and then we are going to fire up Jupyter. Now, again, don't get confused. There's 3 parts to this. Installing Anaconda, which is the actual Python, installing Jupyter Notebook, which is your interface, and installing this library, which allows you to connect to the blockchain. So we fire this up, Jupyter Notebook, and then it will create a web-friendly interface notebook. We're going to go ahead and do this in Chrome. All right, so now we have this interface. It may look a little intimidating, but really it's not. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new folder, okay? Untitled folder, we'll click on that, we'll rename it, and we'll call it Web3. Enter. All right, double click. Now, what we need to do is think of this as similar to Microsoft OneNote or whatever. it's a notebook that's holding all your files. So we're going to hit new, Python 3. So this opens a script, and then we're going to call this make wallet. Okay, enter. All right. Now all we do is paste in the little script, okay, and then we hit run. Boony boom. That's it. That's all there is to it. I just generated a nice fresh wallet using Python and the Web3 library, and then basically you would just import this private key into your metamask as usual. And if I wanted to repeat this again, I could just click on this, hit run again, and let's see here, and then it will just keep changing. I just keep generating. Now you could create a little loop on this or whatever if you want to generate 50 and take whatever you want to do. But when you're done, now personally, if I generated this, I probably wouldn't save this. I would record this somewhere safe, and then I would delete it. So I'm clicking on it, and then I basically will just clear it out by deleting the cell. Okay, and then I could save that code for later if I needed to create another wallet, but then I would just generate it, go down to the next one. I don't necessarily have to run it. See, that's the beauty of Jupyter, is I can run just this. So whatever little module you're clicked on, it will run that, and then it makes your code. So there's that. Edit, delete. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe. As always, this is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.